Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. I'm in high spirits. I'm having a good college football Saturday, but we're putting it to the side and talking NFL Sunday. I got the game of the week here, 425's time slot. Cowboys Vikings, let's go.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
All right, Dallas on the road in Minnesota. The line is Vikings +2. Vikings are underdogs here. Early public definitely leaning Minnesota, but look at all that sharp money on the Cowboys. 72% of the money on Dallas as of Tuesday morning. The line does drop to Minnesota +1.5, but really nothing else changes. Public is still slightly leaning Minnesota. Sharp money still all over Dallas. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Minnesota -1.58. So that's a 3-point lean on the Vikings here. So we got the 8-1 Minnesota Vikings at home, getting points from Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Tell me why I shouldn't just cut this video off and blindly bet the Vikings right now. The level of disrespect that's being given to Kirk Cousins and this Vikings team is getting laughable. They are 8-1. Their only loss was at primetime on the road in Philadelphia, arguably the best team in the NFL. Last week, they go on the road in Buffalo and beat Josh Allen and the Bills in the snow. I mean, what else are you looking for this team to do before you give them some respect? But let's be real, the Dallas Cowboys are definitely a good football team, so let's try to find some mismatches here. And I'm going to start with what I think is the key factor of this game, and it's not Justin Jefferson, it's not Dak Prescott, it's Dalvin Cook against this Dallas Cowboys run defense. The Cowboys defense is good, don't get me wrong, but this run defense is really struggling. Did you know that the Dallas Cowboys in the last 4 weeks are 30th in the NFL in rushing yards allowed per game and 28th in the NFL in yards per carry allowed? The run defense isn't just struggling, it might be straight up bad. Meanwhile, Dalvin Cook has been one of the most consistent running backs in the NFL, especially at home. Have you seen this dude's numbers at home? Check this out. Dalvin Cook at home is averaging 97.8 rushing yards a game, averaging 5.2 yards per carry. That's what he's averaging. If you plan on betting the Cowboys here, Dalvin Cook against that run defense should terrify you, and it's especially hard to game plan to stop the run when you have Justin Jefferson on the outside. Did you see this dude last week? I mean, we're at a point where if you don't think Justin Jefferson's the best wide receiver in the NFL, I really don't know what you're watching. I mean, maybe Devontae Adams, maybe, but I think Justin Jefferson's got it easy. Before we move on to Dak Prescott and the Cowboys offense against the Vikings defense, I gotta say one thing concerns me when it comes to the Vikings offense. This is the 425 time slot game of the week. We all know Kirk Cousins has struggled in primetime games over the course of his career, and although this may not be a primetime game, 425 game of the week is as close as it gets to primetime without being on primetime. So that does worry me a little, Kirk Cousins in the spotlight. But other than that, I am fully confident that the Vikings can move the ball and score in this Cowboys defense. So let's switch over to the Cowboys offense. So Ezekiel Elliott back in the lineup for Dallas, and I know some people are saying that's a bad thing. I completely disagree. As long as Dallas uses him properly, it's definitely a positive thing to have him in the lineup. I mean, obviously, Tony Pollard needs to be the guy in the run game, but spelling Zeke for 9 to 10 carries a game can only help, especially against a vicious Minnesota Vikings run defense. I don't think people understand how truly good the Vikings are at stopping the run. They're third in the NFL, allowing just 3.75 yards per carry. Their defensive line is 7th in adjusted line yards. The Vikings run defense is elite, period. So the table is set. If the Cowboys want to go into Minnesota and beat the Vikings, Dak Prescott is going to have to make plays through the air. Here's the problem with that. The Cowboys' success with Dak Prescott at quarterback has almost been the opposite. Dak Prescott has played 4 games for the Cowboys this year. When he attempts 28 or more passes, the Cowboys are 0-2. When he attempts less than 28 passes, the Cowboys are 2-0. So you can understand how that doesn't work, because the Vikings are elite against the run, but the Cowboys' numbers are saying in order to win, we need to run the ball. Which is why I can't bet Dallas here. Look, I grew up a Dallas fan. I'd love to see him win this game, but history shows that Dak Prescott doesn't beat good teams. He certainly doesn't beat playoff teams. And then the Minnesota Vikings 8-1, and I'm getting points at home. Yeah, I'm definitely on the Vikes. Give me Minnesota +1.5. If anything changes with this bet, I'll let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you want the final tickets, bet of the day, parlays of the day, top 7 bets, that stuff, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. NFL Week 11 Sunday is here. Let's have ourselves a good one. Let's follow up this hot Saturday with a hot Sunday. I'll talk to you on Twitter.